How we doing tonight, guys? Woo! Wake up. All right. My name's Dan. A little bit about me. Before I got into stand-up comedy, I was actually a professional wrestler for 14 years. Yeah. When I say that, guys, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a professional wrestler, so if we fight, I'm gonna kick your ass. What I'm saying is I'm a professional wrestler, so if we fight, I'm gonna make that shit look good. All right? I'm gonna make you a star, bro. Funny thing about like pro wrestling is it's like any other like stupid sport. Like, there's like this grade school kind of silly homophobia that's still around in like the locker rooms, which is like A, ridiculous because it's 2016. B, it's ridiculous because it's fucking professional wrestling. Like, let's just take in what goes on. Like, I walked to a show one time, and the guy that I'm actually, as I walk in, I have a new bag. The guy that I'm actually wrestling that night looks at my bag because it's teal. And he goes, dude, that bag's the gayest thing ever. And I was like, really? The bag is. Not the fact that you and I are going to strip down into underwear, black leather boots, lube each other up with baby oil, and then roll around in front of a bunch of people for money. That's not the gayest thing. It's this bag. Okay. That's cool. Had to remind him that what we do out there sometimes is like one dick slip away from a gay porno. One dick slip away from one of Glenn's dates. I just think it's, I don't know, man, I just think it's like, it's ridiculous, like, for people in pro wrestling, that, like, especially them, because, like, dude, if you show up to do your job in a robe and a feather boa with sparkling pants, you probably shouldn't be making fun of anybody else for being gay, really. I moved out here from St. Louis, Missouri recently, about a few months ago, packed pretty light, brought, like, an air mattress and my clothes and the Rams. You guys excited about your new football team? You guys, anybody excited about the Rams? Yeah, you fucking shouldn't be. Let me tell you what it's like to be a Rams fan, okay? Because I have a lot of experience in it. It's like being married to a heroin addict, okay? There's going to be some good times and some hope, but in the end, they're just going to disappoint you. When I moved out to LA, I noticed like when you go to like ask somebody what they do, they tell you everything except how they actually pay their fucking bills. Like, hey man, what do you do? Oh dude, I'm a rapper, I'm a screenwriter, I'm a dancer, I'm a producer. How do you pay your rent? I work at Panda Express like 30 hours a week. That's what you do. It's what you like, what you earn money. That's the other shit's a dream, dude. Like you work at Panda Express, you deal out MSG, okay? You're not a producer. Okay, you are a producer of orange chicken when people ask for it. Like, you're not allowed to just say what you would want to be. If that was the case, people are like, Dan, what do you do for a living? I'd be like, I'm an astronaut. Yeah, I've never worked for NASA, never been to space camp, but I watched Apollo 13 6 times. It's my 8 Mile. I work for Uber like everybody else in LA. And you get some really exciting like conversations that take place in the back of the Uber. My favorite one lately is whenever like people are going out onto the town and they're giving each other pep talks. And it's usually like a girl with another girl or a guy with another guy. By the way, those fucking conversations, completely opposite from one another. If two girls are in the back of a car going out and they're like pep talking each other, they're like, it's so like inspirational. It's like, Susie fuck Scott, okay? He doesn't even know what he's missing. You're gonna get out there and you're gonna dance. You're gonna be like a fucking phoenix rising from the flames. And you know, there's just like all this like feminine power. I felt like I should like put on fucking Single Ladies by Beyonce and just keep the moment. I had 2 guys come in my car, completely opposite. 2 guys going out on the town, and literally they're looking at each other like, come on man, we're gonna make this happen, dude. We should be able to get chicks. We're kind of a catch, right? Like we're both educated. Like, we make some money, and like, we're not pieces of shit. That's literally their reason for why they're gonna get, we're not pieces of shit. That's the standard guys are setting for you ladies, so you should be really excited. Another one that I had was like, there was this girl who was like, we were driving and there's a Jaguar, and she like looks at it, and she's literally like, God, you can tell a lot about what a guy drives. It tells a lot about him. Like, for example, that guy, Jaguar, he's aggressive, he knows what he wants. And I started thinking, like, guys can't do that with what chicks drive. It'd be like completely different. Because, what about a girl who drives a Prius? What does that say about her? She does a lot for a little and can fit 4 people inside of her comfortably. I love watching military commercials. My favorite ones are the ones where it's like the rags to riches, where you see the guy and he's like talking about what he did in like a combat zone and how he brought it back to the U.S. and how he's like kicking ass at life. And so there's the one where it's like, when I was in Afghanistan, I built bridges for heavy machinery to be transported into the combat zone, and now I'm the #1 contractor in my firm. And you're like, fuck yeah, G.I. Joe. Way to own life. I started thinking, like, I'm a veteran. Like, I want my own commercial, but I think if I talked about what I did a lot in the Marine Corps, that my commercial would get letters. Because I'd be like, it'd go like this. My name's Dan, and when I was in the United States Marine Corps, I used to like to masturbate while wearing night vision goggles. Because when that shit comes out, it scares you. Because it's glowing, you're like, oh my God! Hoorah! I love telling that joke because people look at me like, is that what we pay our tax dollars for? For them to jerk off into goggles? Yes, you do, and thanks for supporting your troops. That's all my time. My name's Dan Walsh. Thank you very much, guys.